Today we're going to talk about integers, and most of the time in your math life you've basically been dealing with these numbers here, which are 0, and the counting numbers, which go that way. So they go on forever, and they go on to infinity. You can keep on counting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, and it keeps getting higher. But today we're going to also talk about these negative integers. Negative integers are the opposite of those counting numbers. They're just going in the other way. Now it's really important to understand that every number to the right, as you go further right, is bigger, and every number as you go further to the left is smaller. That's the way a number line works. So now you may wonder, when am I ever going to use this? And just to give you 4 specific examples, temperature, that is basically when you have any sort of temperature that is below 0, you know it's a cold day. And that's really important to know. Bank accounts, when you have a bank account that's negative, that means you owe more money than you actually have. Altitude, that is measured how high something is above sea level. When you talk about Mount Everest, that's like 5 miles high. But we also have negative altitude, which is below the surface of the ocean. There are places that are miles and miles deep, so that would be below sea level, so that would be a negative value. And lastly, we have football. Whenever a football quarterback is sacked, that's a negative value. Whenever the running back loses yardage, is caught behind the line of scrimmage, that's a negative value. So those are just a few examples, and there's many more. So here we're going to talk about how you would place numbers on a number line. Now, you've got to remember again that number lines always go in this direction, we're going positive, and in this direction, we're going negative. So more positive is to the right and more negative is to the left. And you can see that on a number line. Now if I were to graph these and figure out which is the coldest day and warmest day, what I would do is this. For Monday, it's going to go right there, Monday, at 4 degrees. For Tuesday, it then gets colder because I'm going to the left. Then this would be Tuesday. Then gets a little bit warmer on Wednesday, up 1 degree. Then it gets substantially warmer on Thursday. This is going more positive. And then it gets colder on Friday. So now all that stuff here, I could then clearly identify the coldest day is going to be the one furthest on the left, which is Tuesday. The warmest day is going to be the one furthest on the right, which is Thursday. So now we're just going to look at these quickly and try and figure out what would be the integer that we would use for these. So for a loss of 5 yards, you need to think, am I having 5 yards or am I losing 5 yards? If I'm losing, then that's going to be a negative value, so that's going to be a negative 5. A deposit of $20, that means you're getting $20 more, so that's going to be plus 20 or positive 20. We don't have to have a positive symbol there, but that's assumed what it is. If we have a debt of $3, that means we owe $3, so that's going to be negative 3. If it's 10 degrees below 0, then it's going to be negative 10 degrees. And if we have a gain of 6 yards, then it's just going to be 6 or positive 6. And there we go.